OpenAI and Microsoft just completely rewrote their partnership. The exclusivity is gone, and they actually removed the controversial AGI clause. We are going to break down exactly what that means.
Welcome to 5-Minute AI News for Tuesday, April 28, 2026. We are also covering a massive $2 billion blocked acquisition, Meta's wild plan for space-based solar power, and the start of a landmark tech trial.
Let's start with that massive Microsoft and OpenAI update. Microsoft's license to OpenAI's tech is now officially non-exclusive through 2032. This means OpenAI is entirely free to distribute its products through rival cloud providers like AWS.
And they struck the AGI clause completely. Previously, Microsoft's access would have ended once artificial general intelligence was achieved. Now, OpenAI simply keeps paying Microsoft a 20% revenue share through 2030, giving both companies long-term clarity regardless of any future technological progress.
Speaking of massive financial moves, Google is reportedly weighing a staggering $40 billion additional investment into Anthropic. This comes as tech giants prepare to pour around $700 billion into AI data centers over the next 2 years.
But not all acquisitions are sailing through. China has officially blocked Meta's completed $2 billion purchase of the AI agent startup Manus. Regulators cited national security concerns and ordered the entire deal to be unwound.
That really underscores the escalating geopolitical tension in the AI space. Cross-border acquisitions between the US and China are becoming nearly impossible to pull off in this climate.
Moving over to the legal and regulatory side, the highly anticipated trial between Elon Musk and Sam Altman has officially begun with jury selection. Musk is arguing that OpenAI abandoned its original nonprofit mission to chase commercial success.
The stakes here are incredibly high. Depending on how the jury leans, we could see forced changes to OpenAI's leadership or heavy restrictions on how its for-profit arm operates going forward.
At the same time, Google is facing its own internal pressure. Over 600 employees have signed a petition demanding the company block the Pentagon from using its AI models for classified military purposes. They are deeply concerned about the lack of oversight.
And that isn't the only headache for Google today. The European Union just concluded an investigation and is ordering Google to open up Android to third-party AI assistants. Under the Digital Markets Act, the EU claims Gemini has an unfair built-in advantage on smartphones.
Shifting gears to physical infrastructure, Meta just signed an unbelievable agreement to source up to 1 gigawatt of solar power beamed directly from space to fuel its AI data centers, targeting commercialization by 2030.
The power demands for these models are staggering. In fact, ASML, the company holding a global monopoly on extreme ultraviolet lithography machines, just announced a massive production ramp-up to meet the unending demand for advanced AI chips.
We are also seeing some fascinating new models drop today. Researchers released Talkie 1930, a 13 billion parameter open-weight model trained exclusively on English text published before December 31, 1930.
A vintage language model. It completely eliminates benchmark contamination from modern web data, letting scientists study how these models generalize. On a related note, Meta also released Sapiens 2 for high-resolution human pose estimation, and the OpenMOS team dropped MOS Audio, unifying speech, music, and environmental sound reasoning into one foundation model.
On a practical note for the workforce, Microsoft researchers published a stark warning today about the developer pipeline. They found that entry-level hiring for software developers has plummeted 67% since 2022.
They're calling it an AI drag. Agentic AI is boosting senior developers' productivity so much that companies just aren't hiring juniors. The researchers are urging companies to adopt a medical-style preceptor model to make sure we actually train the next generation of coders.
Meanwhile, AI continues to integrate into everything we use. Canonical announced they are bringing native AI features directly to the Ubuntu Linux operating system over the next year.
And Google is currently piloting an Ask YouTube AI chatbot for premium subscribers in the US. You can literally just talk to it to get summaries and relevant video clips instead of scrolling through traditional search results.
That brings us to the end of today's news cycle. The massive overhaul of the OpenAI and Microsoft agreement is definitely going to reshape the cloud computing landscape and industry competition for years to come.
Absolutely. If you found today's breakdown helpful, please take a second to like, subscribe, and leave us a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It really helps the show grow.
Thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day.